Hello, YouTube. It's been a minute. It's my second time going live. Trying to go live more often. I need to go live in the kitchen and make a cake or something fun like that. But let's see. Let's start. I'm just playing around with this. I never. See if anyone joins. Just because I'm random. How are all y'all doing tonight? So I guess I'll just talk. But yeah, I've been posting a lot of, obviously I post my cake tips. We got a viewer, hey. I don't know who it is, but yeah, I post little cake tips, and I have my Cheap Cake Lady podcast on here as well. I haven't posted an episode in a while, but you can check that out. I just talk a lot about my cake decorating journey and things like that, and being a cheap cake lady for a long time. And I'm also been talking about things that do I feel like a beginner baker. I think my headphones are on. Headphones on. Hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, I talk about things dealing with being a beginner baker, and lots of times we feel like we're still a beginner even though we've been baking and cake decorating, whatever you do, because baking and cake decorating, it seems like it's all the same, but it's really two different skills. So I try to focus more on like the cake decorating stuff and cakes and stuff, because that's what I'm mostly known for and what I've done mostly. I don't really do baked goods like cookies and things like that. And other things. I'm not really good at making cookies or chocolate chip cookies. I really suck at it. I've tried to make chocolate chip cookies a lot, but they always come out really like really like floury, I guess. Like a mound cookie, and not really like a nice flat, chewy, crispy cookie. So I gotta figure that out for myself, because I like chocolate chip cookies. Hey everyone who's just joining in. I'm just here, just hanging out, just talking about cookies. No, I'm just talking about what I've been posting, talking about beginner cake decorators. That's really who I try to reach out to, are the beginners. And lots of times beginners think that they are, even though they've been baking for a long time or cake decorating for a long time, they still think that they're beginners, and you're really not a beginner. Like, you've made cakes, you made your treats, um, and you have to like value that. Like, you have your experience and all of that. And I know like posting content and stuff can be so nerve-wracking and cringe and so annoying, having to post every day, or every other, however, whatever you post. It's good to do every day, just so that way you stay top of mind and you stay consistent. Me personally, whether if it's like a story or Instagram post or YouTube or whatever, not on YouTube every day, but like shorts probably. I really don't know anyone that posts a video every day. That would be a lot of work. But yeah, just staying top of mind is important, and building trust in your community if you're if you're a home baker or baker, um, that has a business and all of that. Um, but yeah, it's just so much like baking and prepping and make taking pictures and videos, and making sure that they look nice and have lighting, you wanna have a good if you're gonna take a nice, a nice picture of your cake, you wanna make sure that it's lit up, it's a nice picture, so that way people can really see it and all of that. Lots of times you see, like, people that take pictures of their cakes, they're kinda dark, or there's, like, a lot of stuff in the background and all of that. I personally will, like, clear my kitchen, make sure nothing is, like, around, all the clutter and stuff, just to may have a clean, nice background, um, for my pictures and videos and things. But I mean, if you're shooting like behind the scenes type stuff, then you can just, it's nice to just see like your space how it is. Um, yeah, I'm just talking, being random, just saying a bunch of cake related things, content related things. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm happy that you're like here with my channel and all of that. I've been here for a while posting my cake content. I used to sell cakes and I really didn't like selling cakes at all. And I remember the first video I ever posted where I just like came out and said it like I don't like selling cakes, like, and it was so freeing for me because it was one thing that was holding me back from really what I wanted to do. I like making cakes and I like doing it for fun when I want to do it. Hey, um, but selling cakes is like a whole nother ball game. And I used to feel like down on myself because I'm like, why can't I like do this? Like, I know that I can sell cakes, like I've done it, you know what I mean? But I just felt like I couldn't do it full time all the time every day. Or, have like 5 orders a week or eight, people have there's some bakers I see that they're killing it, and I'm like, "Ah, I wish I could be that. They're killing it with their cakes, they're killing it with their content, they're killing it just with everything. And I used to feel like, dang, like I cannot do all that. I don't want to do all that. like I really don't want to. It's not that I can't. I can, but I don't want to. Um, Making cakes, selling cakes, the content, everything is it was just it burned me out really fast. And I think it's because when you're a cake decorator, a baker, more so, when you're doing custom cakes, that's what I would do, custom cakes. You pour everything into that cake, like everything. It's like you birthed a baby, raised it, and then it's like you're sending it off to college or something. Like when they finally come, when the customer picks it up, it's like you're sending it off. And it's like you did all that work, all the excitement, getting it all together, and then it's like when you have to give the cake away. But but yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of work, especially like I said, if you're doing custom cakes and you're, taking inquiries and and all of that, and you have to research those orders. You have to prep those orders, go to the store, and and then finally you can make the cake, decorate the cake, and then box it up and then give it to the customer. But, it's a lot of steps, and I admire those that are still doing it, killing it. Um, I'll do a cake once in a while. Um, if someone really wants to get a cake from me, then, I'll probably will make it. But, I really try to focus on building my platform and my content, and that's what kinda led me to starting heavenmycake.com, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, Facebook, all of and TikTok. All of that was because I wanted to do something else. Like, I didn't wanna have to sell cakes. I'm like, I wanna build something apart from that, like, build my brand, build a platform, excuse me, help others, that wanna make cakes and all of that, bakers out there, home bakers. During their cake journey, and even like other people that want to do it for fun, like there's other people that just want to do it for fun, and just learn about it so that way they can make cakes at home. So yeah, that's just where like my head was, and I really had fun in my kitchen making content and all of that. That's when I had one child. Now I have two kids, so it's a little different for me now. Um, with that, I I struggle a little bit trying to navigate it all. But I'm trying. I'm here. I'm here right now with you, hanging out. If you have any questions you want to ask, you can ask. You can ask me anything, cake related, life related. Doesn't really matter. Um, yeah, whatever is on your heart. If you want to ask me anything, you can. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I do have a Valentine's post on my blog. It's like Valentine's cake ideas, and I have cakesicles on there, cake gems. I did a conversation heart with a fondant covered cake. I have a picture of all that in there. I had, what else did I do? Like the mini cakes, treat boxes, Valentine's treat boxes, and you can get like an embosser and like it could say I love you and like with some cake gems on there. I might post that video tomorrow. I don't know. But I did post a video today, a short of some Valentine's Day mini cakes that I did a while back. It was like a buttercream kisses cake, mini drip cake, and naked rosette cake that I did. So that was really fun. Um, if you're if you're a baker or someone and you really want to like teach people how to like make cakes, maybe you have a signature something. Maybe people really like a certain type of thing that you do. You can teach that and make some money. You know, try to promote yourself every day, um, so that people get to know you and your brand and all of that. But um, but yeah, just hanging out, talking about cake decorating. Um, and I've also gone like back and forth with cake decorating. Like, do I want to keep posting about cakes? Do I want to do something else? Do I want to do, you just evolve. Um, I've talked about cake pricing a little bit in the past. I even had a cake pricing checklist that I had. Um, it was a like a free guide on how to price your cakes, like just like a little checklist, things that you need to think about when it comes to pricing cakes, things that you may not be thinking about, like, oh, I need to charge for that. Um, so I had that going. So many of you have got that cake pricing checklist. Um, but I don't really want to talk about cake pricing like that. Um, I think a lot of the times it's just like we just need to be confident in our work and all of that. And it really starts with that, being able to post your stuff and have the confidence to know like, dang, like I'm good at this, like um but cake pricing is a huge topic in the cake community. It's like the number one thing besides like smoothing a cake. Everybody wants to know how to smooth a cake as well. So it's like two major things, and I think the confidence as well, in posting your work and all of that. I think those are some major things that we go through um, in our community. But when the thing about pricing your cakes is that you have to sit down and calculate everything. Um, you have to take your recipe and break it down and calculate how much everything is, like how much money you spent, and how much it costs to make your signature vanilla cake, and your signature buttercream and then on top of that, you have to add on things like a topper, and Maybe you have fondant figurines on there. You want to, calculate that. It's just so much. But me personally, I'm not really passionate about cake pricing and selling cakes and all that. I know it's part of our evolution of being bakers and cake decorators because most of us started off doing this for fun, and then people are like, "Oh, make me a cake," and then you end up making a cake for free, or you're just getting paid for the ingredients, or people are just don't realize the time and effort it takes to make a cake. And so you just are never really getting what you should, or you're dipping in your own pocket to finish a cake order, which I did a lot of times. Um, and that's not good. So yeah, so I've just been trying to focus on beginner bakers starting out, or they feel like they're beginners, um, and just dealing with the confidence and all of that, and just sharing your stuff, posting your stuff. People want to connect with the baker. So many times I'll look at other bakers' pages and stuff, and all you see in their feed, in their Instagram or whatever, is just cake, 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 cake. You don't see the person that makes the cake or their personality or anything like that. So it's just like, okay, you make cakes, that's great, but I want to see you as well. Like me personally, like there's so many bakers out there that I wish like I can like interview or know more about, or ask them questions, and just to see their personality. Whenever I see a baker that shows themselves and their work and their personality, and maybe they're saying something about cake decorating or their journey or their life or whatever. Obviously it's always like, oh, like relatable, because we're in the same niche. But it's always cool to see people showing up being themselves and not just showing only their cakes. um, so I encourage you, if you're out there and you're only showing your cakes, that you show yourself as well. I know it's hard. It's hard. Listen, it's hard for me right now to be on on here live, but like I'm trying to grow this community on YouTube. I really want to focus on YouTube. Um, and I'll be honest, Instagram is probably my slowest growing platform. It really is. For some people, they're killing it on there, but for me, it's my slowest growing platform. So, but it's the platform that I like the most. I like YouTube a lot too. But I feel like Instagram is like it's just different. All the platforms are different in their own way. But so it's like I always like to post on there and stuff. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram as well. I want to really show up more as myself and not just like with only cakes. Like I'm trying to practice what I preach, what I've been preaching on here. But I want to like show up more with my cake, with like myself, and just talking about cake decorating and all of that. And my story, my journey, um, with cake decorating. But yeah, it's been fun. I never had a social media account for my cakes until like 2020, 2019, 2020. Around there, I the reason I was going to school, so I've been making cakes since 2013. All right, we were stationed in Germany, and I was looking at YouTube videos. We had just got there, and I was looking at YouTube videos of cake decorating, and I was like, I felt like I need to do it. When you see like the Olympics and you see like the gymnasts doing stuff, you're like, I want to be a gymnast now. Like that's how I felt about watching cake decorating videos. I'm like, I need to do it. And got supplies. Like I took action, like heavy action. Like I was making cakes, I was doing cake challenging cakes fondant. Like I didn't even know how to build a cake right to have fondant on it. Like I was just going. My cakes were lumpy. I like it. I didn't care. But I put in the work and I had a lot of mistakes, but it was a lot of fun. Like it was like my attitude towards it was different than it is now. It was a lot of fun. I would just randomly just sit. I would make royal icing and just make royal icing flowers, like little flowers. I'd make my own cake stands and stuff for cupcakes, and I would do all that. And I had a little baby at the time too. But I guess when you're younger, I was like 23, 24, so 24 years old, about to be 36 in April now. But I guess when something's new and exciting, you're just like, and it's for fun. You just do it and all of that, like on your own time. You don't care. But then when you start selling cakes, it's a different story. So yeah, like I started back then and all of that and evolved. And then all the way in like 2018, I was going to school for a year and I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I want to do something else. I want to try to like do tutorials and like have a blog. That sounds fun. And all this, but like it takes a lot of work. Like I didn't realize how much work it took to grow and to like because you have to put stuff out there. You have to, excuse me, you have to like know your audience. You have to look at your analytics and see what works. You have to, um, plan the post, write the posts, and all of that. And I would just do like easy stuff like how to crumb coat a cake, how to smooth a cake, how to, like little how-to stuff. A lot of how-tos, um, and SEO, and like and then, things take time, like, when you start a website, a blog, it takes Google, like, a while to recognize your site and all of that, and so, um, a lot of bloggers, like, they're like, "Oh, I've been blogging for 6 months, I have 100K visitors a month," and all this, like, I mean, I'm not there at all, not even close, I'll be honest with you. Um, I haven't really had a blog post that has like popped off, that's like really been like viral. Haven't had a blog post that's gone viral or anything yet. So, a lot of people they'll have like a blog post or something that's like everyone really loves and stuff. It's the same idea. Like having a blog is kind of the same idea as having like a social media account and you post, it's just long form and you post it and then you get followers, but in subscribe and email subscribers, I guess. But then that's a whole nother thing because you have to make a lead. I call it a lead magnet. So if you've got ever gotten my free buttercream tutorial, or which is not free anymore, but if you've gotten that, and if you've gotten my cake pricing checklist and some other guides I've made in exchange for an email, that is what you would call a lead magnet. So that's how you would get leads and you would get them into your world by offering something of value in exchange for their email. Um, I sound like a guru person saying it like that, but that's how it works. So if you're unsure, that's how it works. So if you've ever done that with another person, like on their platform where they had something that it was free and They were like, "Hey, I have this guide, comment guide, and I'll give you my free guide for this," you know. Um, and if you're someone that's trying to grow on social media, that's something that you can do. You don't have to do a free lead magnet. You can do something that's paid, if you want to. Um, I've done some like masterminds and stuff the last year, and some people, they don't want free people that just want free stuff in their email list. They want people that are going to actually buy stuff and be a resource and all of that. So just depends on what your goals are and all of that. I know for me, like, I give a lot for free. I give tutorials and podcast and all of that, and the guides and stuff, because I want you to get to know me. I want you to be able to be in my world and learn from me, and all of that, and it not be like, you know a big deal. um and it's nice to have that connection. But like I said, it just depends on what your goals are. My husband's making dinner. He said it should be ready in 10 minutes, so I got 10 minutes on here. I probably should have texted him back. But but yeah. Yeah, we had a few viewers on here. I didn't plan this live or anything, so I'm just like rambling. My baby's asleep. I'm watching her on the cam here, and hanging out on my back deck. Kind of see here. Whew. Waiting to eat some dinner. We're having smothered chicken with rice, and I'm gonna have avocado with it too. So, yeah. Hope you all are doing well. I'm trying to think what else I want to say. Trying to make this like cake related, really cake related, so that way it's the thing, like, having a niche. This is like, you guys know me for cake decorating stuff, but I really love talking about content and beginner baker stuff. And one thing, I've tried all different things the last few years when it comes to this. So you just have to try different stuff, see what works for you. Um, you definitely want to do what you like. Like, don't waste time doing stuff that you don't like to do when it comes to this. Like, it's not worth it, because all you're going to do is go back to what you like anyway. So I encourage you to do that. Yes. I'm trying to think what else. What else? You don't like baking? I just like eating the baked goods. Yeah, I agree. If I could just skip the baking, like the prepping of everything, and just kind of get to the fun part, which is eating. But that's fun. Do you like decorating cakes? Because baking is like one thing, but like decorating a cake is another thing. I think that's pretty fun. My daughter's birthday is coming up. Last year, yeah, you don't mind decorating. You think that that's fun. Yeah, it is fun. Last year see, my kids' birthdays are in April and May. So last year, my oldest daughter, I did the flower crown cake. So if you haven't seen it, I posted a few videos about the flower crown cake that I made for her. That was for her 12th birthday. So she's turning 13 this year. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Like I I have to think. I have to ask her what she wants. I usually ask her what kind of cake she wants or the theme of her birthday, and then I'll plan from there. And she usually loves it, whatever I make, whatever I do. But yeah, I haven't made a cake since September. So I made my dad's birthday cake, so I haven't made a cake since September, the end of September. Um, so I'll be making another one. And I'm okay with it because usually after I make a cake, I need a few months off. Um, just because it just takes so much time and attention to detail, and you want to do a good job. Do I make cheesecakes? No, I don't do any other like baking really. Just for cake decorating is what I really do. Earlier I talked about how I've like tried to make cookies, chocolate chip cookies from scratch, and they always come out bad. And I throw them away because they're not what I want them to look like and taste like. So, but do you make cheesecakes? But I do love cheesecake. Um, so if you're looking for a cheesecake recipe, Taylor from the Cake Canvas Studio, I actually have an interview with her on my page on my YouTube. Um, she has a really good recipe that she has gotten really good reviews from. Um, yeah, it does take practice. I think I could just make anything one time, but listen, that day when I made the chocolate chip cookies, I did 2 batches and they came out bad. So, but yeah, if you want a good cheesecake recipe, definitely hit her up because she makes really good. I mean, I don't know if it's good, but other people say it's good and she promotes it a lot. And she's amazing. So she wouldn't, I don't think I trust her. You must be really good at those. Is it cake? What do you mean? But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off and I had fun. I was on here for a half hour. I'm gonna have to let everyone know when I go live and just hang out. Like it doesn't have to be like a thing where I have to have all this stuff planned in the live. We can just hang out. I like doing that. Like I want to do more of that this year is just like hang out with you guys, the Cake community, and I have other communities as well that I have. Thank you. Have a good rest of your cake day. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go hop off so I can go eat dinner. I'm hungry. It's 8:39. I need to eat so I can go to bed. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Until next time, I'll let you know. I'm gonna try to go live more often. I am. Yeah. I'm not gonna say how much, but more often. And I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time because this is pretty fun. All right. Take care.